I found a possibly controversial statement. I wonder if it's true. I watched Be My True Premises test on YouTube, and I looked for a sub-argument, but the author didn't offer one, and I'm not part of his audience, so I decided that it failed the true premises test. Thank you for joining me. This is Be My True Premises Test. I'm your host, Ian Halloran. This is the companion video to the Be My True Premises to the Standardize With Me on John Carpenter's They Live. In the previous episode, in the Standardize With Me episode, what we saw was a clip from They Live where Rowdy Roddy Piper walks into a bank and announces that he is there to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And he has no bubblegum, and then he proceeds to start shooting all these zombie guys, okay? And we standardize it, and it looked like this at the end. Excuse me. Looked like this. So we decided that it wasn't just a simple, it wasn't a conjunction, right? Because we don't know conjunctive argument forms. So we decided it wasn't just a simple conjunction, it wasn't a conjunctive argument. And it wasn't just a simple disjunctive argument of I have come here to chew bubblegum or I've come here to kick ass, because that's not what he really means either, right? So this is the way it made sense to standardize it, that I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, or I've come here to just kick ass and not chew bubblegum, because he doesn't have any bubblegum, so he's just going to kick ass. So this is a disjunctive argument form. We've got, so statement 1 is a compound statement. It's actually the first disjunct of this compound statement is a compound statement itself, right? And so we've got a conjunction as the first disjunct, the left-hand disjunct, we've got a conjunction. And the right-hand disjunct, we just have a simple statement, okay? And that's fine, we can do that, right? You can just nest statement within compound statement within compound statement within compound statement. There's no end to that, okay? So that's fine to do that. And then the second premise here, we've got we've got a negation, right? Which is knocking out this first the left-hand conjunct of the left-hand disjunct, right? So the left-hand conjunct here is chewing bubblegum. Oops, sorry. So premise 2 knocks out the left-hand conjunct of the left-hand disjunct, okay? So if he doesn't have any bubblegum, right, then it must be false that he can chew bubblegum and kick ass, right? If he doesn't have any bubblegum, he can't chew bubblegum and kick ass, right? So that left-hand disjunct, the red part of that, must be false entirely, because he doesn't have any bubblegum, right? Therefore, he's come there to kick ass. That follows, right? So this is the old way we're looking at. This is what he appears to say. And this is also, we decided, it wasn't as simple as this. The form of the argument wasn't as simple as this, but rather it's something like this. S1, I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, or I've come here to just kick ass. Oh, sorry, this should say S3. Damn it. Okay, so look, this should say S3, alright? Imagine that this says S3. So I've come here to chew bubblegum, I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. Or, I've come here to just kick ass. I don't have any bubblegum, therefore I can't chew bubblegum and kick ass. Therefore, I must just kick ass, right? Because that's the remaining disjunct. Once we knock out that first left hand disjunct. Okay, so what is the form of this argument? It is disjunctive, right? Disjunctive. So there's two kinds of disjunctive argument forms, right? There's and it's obviously denying a disjunct. Okay, it's denying the left hand disjunct. Okay. But there's different kinds of, there's denying inclusive disjunct and denying an exclusive disjunct. That doesn't really make a difference, actually. No, there's no difference between those. Denying a disjunct is denying a disjunct, okay? So if it's true, I mean, if this first premise is true, then this follows, it must follow that he will kick ass. And he is just there to kick ass, okay? So if it's true that there's only these two options, right? Remember, this is deductive, right? And deductive is, makes very strong statements, okay? So what would it mean for it to be true? What would it mean for it to be true for Roddy Piper to have come there to chew bubblegum and kick ass, or just kick ass? That would mean that means there's only those two possibilities, right? The red one and the green one. Okay, there's no. I mean, within the realm of options, these are the only two. Okay, I mean, you can think like, oh well, he could just walk out, or he could just kind of, he could do anything. He could ask someone else for some bubblegum or something, and then just chew bubblegum, or, and not kick ass. Like you can imagine like a million other options, right? But that's not what this is saying. This is an or statement, a disjunction, is saying that there are only two options: chewing bubblegum and kicking ass, or just kicking ass. Okay. Okay, if those are the only two, nothing else, none of these other possibilities, then this conclusion follows necessarily. It must be that he will just have to kick ass.